What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Jerry, and today's video will be on the Los Angeles Clippers, and we're going to be talking about if they should be concerned in this series or not. They're down 0-2 to Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks, and we're going to jump right into the video. And to answer that question right off the bat, I would say that the Los Angeles Clippers should not be concerned. I still feel like they have a pretty good chance to win this series, and there's a couple of reasons why. And the first reason is the Dallas Mavericks, the first two games, especially game two, have been like historical shooting nights. Game two, they shot 53% from three, 58% from the field. And if they shoot like that against any team in the playoffs, they're gonna beat them too. So, and a good sign for the Clippers is, all these games have been close. They shooting the lights out, and the Clippers have still been able to, be within arm reach of taking the lead or winning the game. But anyways, back to like the Dallas Mavericks. They shooting the lights out the gym. Tim Hardaway Jr. going for 26 points. Kleber getting like 13, 14 points, hitting two out of his hitting two out of his three-pointers. Man, I hate saying sentences like that. But the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic and their role players, they all them guys have it going. They on fire, and I feel like the Clippers shouldn't be worried about that, because the Dallas Mavericks, statistically and looking at them throughout the season, they're not really like that. Throughout the regular season, they ranked 18th in the league in 3-point percentage, and it's just amazing to see. It's just amazing to see. You got to give your props to them, that how the Dallas Mavericks have been playing. They've been playing hard, bringing it to the Clippers. So, that's reason number one. I feel like, the Dallas Mavericks are a good team, but they ain't that good to be shooting the blood out the basketball like that. So we're gonna see. I don't see them keeping that type of shooting up, but if they do, I'll be surprised. And my second reason is, I feel like the Clippers role players have not been playing like up to their standards in this series. I feel like, even though the Clippers have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, the reason they're so good is because of their role players, how deep they are. Guys like Serge Ibaka, Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris, Rondo. And I just feel like them guys haven't been playing the best they can play. Marcus Morris wasn't too good in game one. Game two, he dropped 9 points and he fouled out. And Marcus Morris is really good. There's a point in time where he averaged 20 points per game on the Knicks. So he know how to play basketball. He's really good at basketball, and he gotta help his team. He gotta help his team. By staying out there, staying disciplined, and not getting fouled out. So and then Reggie Jackson in game one only dropped 2 points. Really was a non-factor out there. Game two he came back and dropped like 15 points on 5 of 12 shooting, but his plus minus was very bad, very negative. So, and Reggie Jackson at the last stretch of the season, when he became a starter, he's looking like a solid point guard in his league. He had a couple of 30-point games where he was looking, pretty decent, looking like a formidable point guard. So, he's the guy that I need to see step up. Serge Ibaka, I know he's coming off an injury. He doesn't look 100%. So, we just gonna have to bear with him for right now. It looked like he's having a little bit of trouble defending in space in the pick and roll. And Zubac, Zubac can't really play in this series because he can't guard a lick in the pick and roll, and that's all the Dallas Mavericks have really been doing is pick and rolls, screens, trying to find the switch that they want. And Zubac, he's probably not gonna really be able to play this series. And then Rondo, not nothing like really bad to say about Rondo. Like, I feel like he's been doing a pretty decent job. I feel like Tyloo needs to find more minutes for him. I don't think Reggie Jackson should be playing. I don't mind Reggie starting, but I don't think he should be playing more minutes than Rondo. Especially Rondo is a 2-time champion, floor general, especially in the playoffs. All the stuff Rondo brings to the table, it's just some things that he brings that Reggie Jackson don't, like being able to, run an offense, make plays for others. And Reggie Jackson doesn't really need to be on the court, like that much with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, because he's a scorer. Like Reggie Jackson doesn't look to initiate offense. He looks to score. So I feel like Rondo, I think game 2, Reggie Jackson played about 30 minutes and Rondo played like 19, and that's unacceptable. So that's something I think. That's another reason I feel like the role players for the Clippers, they haven't been playing like they usually do. And I feel like, those guys are really good too. They all mentally tough and they're all veterans. So I feel like they're gonna turn around their play and help their 2 stars, which is my third reason. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they played great basketball, especially in game 2. Kawhi Leonard, nobody on the Dallas Mavericks can guard Kawhi Leonard. Nobody on the Dallas Mavericks can guard Paul George. And Paul George went for 28 and 12. Kawhi Leonard went for like 41. So those are 2 great signs for the Los Angeles Clippers, that their dynamic duo is getting it done, and they've been keeping the Clippers within arm's reach. It's not like the Clippers have gotten blown out. They haven't got blown out in this series, which is a good thing. They've been in arm's reach. So I feel like the Clippers will definitely they're going to take game 3. And my last thing I'm going to touch on before I end this video, before I cap off this video, the way I feel like the Clippers need to make a decision on what they want to do as far as on defense. They got to take the ball out of Luka's hands, do whatever they do to get it out of his hands, and just let the role players try to beat them, or they can play Luka head up, straight up, and let him get his 40 points, and then just make sure the role players don't go off like they have been doing. Because right now the Clippers are allowing the Dallas Mavericks to do both. Luka Doncic averaging like 35 and 8 and 9, or 35, 9 and 9 for this series. Really, he having his way. And then the role players are getting open shots, wide open shots. Tim Hardaway Jr., like I said, in game 2 had 26 points. And, you just can't let that happen. You can't let Luka get 39, let Tim Hardaway Jr. get 26, Porzingis get 20. No, you can't let that happen. So the Clippers need to choose how they want to guard these guys. If it was me, I would be taking the ball out of Luka's hands. I know like the Dallas Mavericks, they have like a pretty solid team. So you don't want to I know they probably don't want to double team too hard, but I would try to get that get that ball out of Luka's hands, man. Whenever he come off that screen, I know he's a great playmaker, but I feel like you got to send a trap at him every time. You got to, because he's having his way with them. And yeah, man. So if it was me, if I was Coach Tyronn Lue, I just have to take that approach, man. Like how every team guard Steph. Just get the ball out of his hands. And I know the Dallas Mavericks is a totally different team than the Golden State Warriors, but still, I wouldn't just let he can't just keep. I wouldn't just let him keep having his way. But anyways, I feel like the Clippers are still very much alive in this series. They're too good of a team. They got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, all those great role players I've named. And then, like I said, the Dallas Mavericks are, they were having a historical shooting game in game 2. And I don't see that continuing, man, but it's a fun series to watch, great series to watch. I love watching both teams, love watching Luka, love watching Kawhi. But that's going to be it for this video. And if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up. Comment down below whether or not you think the Clippers are finishing the series. And subscribe for more weekly content. This is like the third video of the week. We've been on the road, man, but yeah, man, we upload every week, and the channel is growing. I'm so happy to see that. Happy to grow with you guys, man. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and that's curtains.